Hello everyone, this is the A+ rated V-Man and welcome. I uploaded only one video this week and I said I will upload two videos. So I was looking for a race. I saw on a Daily Race C that we are using again Group 4 cars with front wheel drive, and I didn't want to do that because I already did that a couple of times in the last weeks, so I wanted to do something else. And I saw that on a manufacturer championship we have very interesting race, Fuji international track with Group 3 cars, and a long time ago I chose the Ferrari. Ferrari is a good car, but this is only second race I did this season. I did one more race, but I can't even remember when that was. So this is my qualification, a lap, last attempt, and I was able to improve my time, and I will finish only 0.6 seconds behind the leader, and I will start a race on a 19th position. So 20 guys are in almost half a second. That's amazing, you know. This is going to be a very close race and very interesting race. And as I saw, all drivers are either S or A+ rated. So I am among them, of course, but I am just novice in A+. I just entered the rating, but we will see how I will do on this race. On the 19th position, my strategy was to stay out of the trouble, to establish my pace, to be as fast as possible, but also to be safe and to just drive my race. We have tire degradation and fuel consumption, but both of them are very low, so I think this is a no-stopper race. And we will go for that. Ferrari is a very good car. It was really terrible on tires before, but now after a couple of updates the car is competitive once more, so I'm using it with pleasure. And race started. Let's see what can we do out of this race. As you saw, I'm on the 20th position by strength or by points, so right away or immediately I'm in a good place because I just need not to finish last and I will not lose my points. Going into the first corner, small incident, and I'm on a 18th place, so now I am 2 places above 20th, so that is good. We have 16 laps to race. As I said, fuel and tire degradation are not a problem. I will just try to manage my tires and, as I said, to stay out of the trouble. And these guys were very clean, very careful on the track, very sensible. So as I already said a couple of times in my last videos, it's a pleasure to race in A+ or S rated lobbies, and I think that this race was not top split, but somewhere in that range, because most of the guys were either S or A+ rated. And this is Polyphony Digital, this is Gran Turismo Sport. Of course that some of the guys will have penalties without earning them, and of course there will be frustration, but I will try to stay out of the trouble and to stay out of the situations where I can be punished without reason. First lap is about to finish. I'm following a Belgium guy in front of me who is in Alfa Romeo. Very good car. Through corners, not that fast on a straight line, and they had a contact and he went off the track, so I'm on a 16th place now. Second lap started. I'm following now Subaru in front of me. Almost the same car as the Alfa Romeo. Good through corners, not that fast on a straight line, but this is the track where those kinds of cars should be competitive. There was one more guy with the Ferrari, so only 2 Ferraris in a race, and we had a chaos here. A couple of guys were oversteering, one guy had a penalty or received a penalty, so I went 3 positions going only through 1 corner. So that is good. And Mercedes behind me almost smashed into me. Luckily that didn't happen. So 12th position now. I was establishing my pace, I was confident in the car, I practiced only 20 minutes before the start of the race. I did a race a couple of weeks ago, I think, with a Huracan, Lamborghini Huracan here, and I am quite familiar with the track. So after those 20 minutes of practice I realized that I am very good with this car and I'm confident that I will have a good pace. As you can see, now I'm on a 9th place, so second lap didn't even finish and I was up 10 positions. That was great. I couldn't believe at the moment. I was so in the zone, should I say, and I didn't even realize that I'm on a 9th position. So going into a third lap or through the first corner, that was the moment when I looked at the positions on my left side and I realized I'm on a 9th position. So I was, as I said, in disbelief, but great. So immediately I was starting to think like, okay, something wrong is going to happen, so I will lose this position. But then I immediately started to think, no, that is not going to happen. You will finish on this place, just, you know, focus and everything will be just fine. So I chased away those negative thoughts, and here I went too hot. Guy who was in front of me saw that, so he moved on the left side. Otherwise I would bump into him and probably push him off the track and myself. So I decided to let him through once we are over start finish straight. This is a 4th lap, end of a 4th lap, but he already tried here to do the overtaking. But I said, okay, no, I will go in front of you and then I will let you go through like a gentleman, and I did that, just that. So I lift off here, let him go through because I was too aggressive. He was sensible, he saw what was happening, he moved on to the left side, and we are now both alive and continuing with the racing. So now I can overtake him cleanly on the race itself without dive bomb moves, because dive bomb moves are something that I really don't like. So when that happened to me, in most cases I let guys go in front of me, as you just saw. So 9th position again. Behind me is my fellow Ferrari driver, and we are now chasing Audi in front of us and defending from Ferrari behind us. I was surprised how easily I was controlling this car. I maybe mentioned before I was afraid of this car and of Nissan GT-R. Both of these cars are crazy, but probably I built my driving skills, so now I'm on a level where I can control easily both Ferrari and Nissan GT-R. So I'm satisfied with that, and clearly my rating is showing that my driving skill has improved. I was having a moment here, losing a control of the car, but I managed to tame it, to control it. And this is the part of the race where things settled down a bit. I was following Audi still. We are at the end of the 5th lap, so we're going to skip into the end of the 6th, going into the 7th. I had a decent exit here, but a fellow Ferrari driver behind me had a better exit, so he's very close now using the slipstream. As I said on the beginning of the race, I wasn't going to be too much aggressive. I wasn't going to defend my position too hard. If someone is attacking me and in a position to do the overtaking, I was planning just to let him go through, because I didn't want to risk my 9th position here. We are not on a daily race B, you know, where we can drive as fast as possible. Here we have a tire degradation and a fuel consumption, and a tire degradation and Ferrari are not good combination. But still I was fighting for my position. I wasn't going just to let the guys through. I was going to say, if someone is too aggressive, I will just let him go in front of me and to save my position, my current position. So I was able to defend from a Ferrari who was attacking me all the time so far. And if you want to overtake me, you need to work for that. Otherwise you can just, you know, drive behind me. Seventh lap is about to end. Frenchman in a Ferrari behind me made a mistake and I built a small gap after that, so we are now going into a 9th lap, into the first corner. He was just behind me, I think he bumped me a bit, I bumped a BMW here, and Frenchman in a Ferrari behind me lost some speed, and here I bumped into a BMW, so I decided to lift throttle and to, you know, not to go in front of him because I bumped him, and that was the moment when the Frenchman in a Ferrari took the opportunity and went in front of me. So now I'm on a 10th place, and behind me is a guy, British guy in a Ford that is very fast car on a straight line, not that good through corners, but very fast on a straight line. And now the goal is to try to get away from him, to be in front of him enough so he cannot use that slipstream to attack me, but we will see. Of course I'm using the slipstream of a car in front of me, so that will help me to defend my position. Here BMW was untidy and I went for a move, and you know, I had to do a correction because otherwise I would spin out. So I bumped him and he was not satisfied with that. Honestly, I was planning to let him go through, but then you saw here he made a mistake, and look at that pack behind him. So that was a worst place where I could slow down and let him go through. He had something like 10 cars behind him, and if I slowed down there, that would be a chaos. Surely that would be a chaos. So I wanted to do that on a straight, but he made a mistake. He went oversteering, he lost speed, and I just decided to continue with the race. And the Porsche, you saw, Porsche was too aggressive on the brakes after the start-finish straight, and that was the moment when I decided not to fight him and just to let him go through. So now I'm on an 8th position. So sorry BMW, I really didn't want to push you off the track. I can call it a racing incident, that is all. Porsche in front of me was aggressive, so now I will just follow him. I will use his slipstream, of course, to defend my position. I couldn't be more satisfied because I started 19th, now I'm on an 8th place. I mean, come on, 11th place improvement, so that is great. That is really great. And now we are going into the end of the 15th lap, so one more lap to go, and my fellow Ferrari driver behind me is following me, so he is in my slipstream, and now we are going to jump into his car. So look at this, so I'm going onto the right side, and I thought I'm going over dirty side, so I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to get my tires dirty, and he took opportunity, went on the right side, he built his position, so I just, you know, didn't defend too hard, so he went in front of me, and now I'm back on a 9th position. And the Ford is once again behind me. but Ferrari's superior car going through corners, so I knew that he cannot do anything more than to make me blind with his headlights. 16th and the final lap, big improvement from 19th place to 9th. I was satisfied, really satisfied, and overall race was very good, clean overall, clean. Drivers were sensible and so on, so good result and good race. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, click the like button. If you would like to watch or to listen some more, do subscribe. Turn your notifications on. I will try to upload 2 videos per week. You can also check out my Facebook page. The link is in the description. So thanks for watching. See you next time. The A+ rated V-Man is out.